Guys, as we pair, we're doing a firmware upgrade. And this was super easy to pair. I gotta say, I didn't have to push anything. It was just there on the charger. I got it close to it. It saw it. It paired successfully. It's so easy. I gotta give them kudos. The firmware update complete. Went well. For accurate hydration, always try to place your bottle on a flat surface. Very key. After each sip or refill so the sensor can measure the water level. That is key. This will be highly accurate because it's got a sensor that's measuring the water level. Opening and closing the spout cover on a level surface will also trigger a tracking measurement. You'll know when a tracking measurement occurs when a breathing white light ring appears. And you probably saw that at the very beginning when I just started this piece. So we'll finish. I have named my bottle. If you have multiple bottles, it's kind of cool. Because you're pairing each one, it knows which bottle is which. So if I had my wife had the exact same bottle, which I don't know if we would have the same color, but it can actually tell which one is which, right? So that's kind of neat. If you're considering having this for a family and you want all black because somebody can't make up their mind, this knows exactly whose bottle is what and keeps track of it. Also, it come in and pulled all my Apple Health data into this to come up with, from my weight, my height, my age, all the information that's in my Apple Health to come up with the formula for what best fits me on a daily ounce drinking consumption goal. That, very good thing. I like that it keyed in all my metrics to come up with the right number. Not everyone is the same, and to have a blanket goal of drinking X amount of ounces per day is not the same for everybody. So have that is a very nice formula. So, again, got my devices, got my product. It says the battery is charging. And then we can activate the PureVis, which we don't want to do because it's not attached to the bottle or anything. And let's see, it's 86% in the Nano Zero. So you do mark when you install the filter. So I said today, and it actually can track the volume filtered. So it actually knows. And it actually says the filter age is 2 minutes. So to keep very, very accurate measurements on the filter usage is perfect there. So it can say, oh, install a new filter, order a filter, remove a filter, or temporarily just remove the filter. So that is awesome for the Nano Zero filter tracking. So very, very cool. We click here. Well, I haven't drank anything yet, so it'll tell you, saved on bottled water, reduced carbon footprint, reduced plastic waste, and just filter performance. All that kind of stuff is in the metrics here. And again, this pairs with my Apple Health, and it's going to put that in there. And that's just amazingly cool stuff. Obsidian Black. I got the 68 milliliter. Or 680 milliliters, sorry, and I can say replace filter, product details, unlink the product, factory reset the product, all sorts of stuff in the app. So we're going to let this charge, and I'm going to start using it, and we're going to keep tracking this, and then I'll finalize the video and I'll publish it so you'll see the entire thing. So don't go fast forwarding it, okay? Because every little bit of this should be informative, and I'm going to go over some of the health benefits too here right before we close. So we'll be back after we've been using this and wrap up. Alright guys, so let's wrap up the Larq video here. So I've been using this for a couple days, and I have to say that I'm impressed with the Larq system. So you can see here the bottle is actually glowing. Well, you missed it, so it's a notification to basically say, hey, drink. The app works really, really well with this. This bottle is very, very well made. If I had any complaints, I would say I like cold water, so you can't get very many cubes in here. All right, mainly because of the filter. It takes up quite a bit of space. So you see, it's a pretty good sized filter. So maybe getting the larger versus the 23 ounce, although I'm not a huge big bottle kind of person. Not that that's a big difference, but yeah, I can get a couple ice cubes in here because I like colder water. And again, the filter size, if they could shrink that filter size, and then again, I know it might reduce the life you're going to get from the filter, and you're turning around and you're changing filters all the time, but there is that. I also wish maybe they had an Apple Watch app, or a better notification, because if you don't have this close by, it glows. That's your notification that, hey, you need to drink some water, as a reminder throughout the day. If I had an Apple Watch app, maybe it would, vibrate on my wrist or something as a notification, versus I do miss this glowing sometimes to take a drink, and out of mind, out of sight, I'm focused on something else, and I lose track of this. So that would be another ask, is let's get a good Apple Watch app out there for it, right? Overall, let's look at the app. So I'm very, very pleased with the app itself. As you can see today, I have not done very well with this. In fact, I started it yesterday. Actually, I started it Sunday, and very midday, and so I didn't think, okay, I'm not going to make it. And yesterday I started it and forgot it. So again, that's where it comes to where I miss the visual cue. I don't think about it. Today, I'm trying to keep up. I'm chasing the dot. So this is where it should be. And what I like, again, is it came up with it attached to Apple Health. It pulled in the records. It knows my weight. It knows my height. It knows all that. And it says, hey, you need to drink 115 ounces of water a day. Okay, great. We've established my baseline. And now, as your day progresses, this little dot keeps moving. This is where you should be. This is where you should be. And it notifies you. And I'm been chasing the dot today. I'm keeping up. And damn, I don't drink enough water because, So I'm at 27.8 ounces and 24% of the day. And so I got to keep chasing that dot today. But I like it. And it does give you a streak, how many days you've hit it in a row, your personal best, and your history. All that is cool. You also have your device here. You can go in. I did a firmware upgrade. It was flawless. All that you saw. Very, very good. So I would definitely say that this is, when it comes to a tracker, very, very good tracker. Again, it's not just because you're tilting the bottle upside down. That's some do. It knows how much is in here. Now, one thing you got to watch: you fill this and you dump it, it's going to consider that water that you've drank. So don't do that. Like, oh, this water isn't cold enough anymore. You dump it; it's going to count it. That's one caveat on that. Otherwise, I think it's very accurate. You put water in here, you drink it, it's going to count. Okay? That's the gist of it. It communicates very well and does updates throughout the day. I did have to restart the app once because the next day it was stuck on the previous day for some weird reason, but I just closed the app and come back in and boom, we synced up and the day started. So that was one little hiccup. Other than that, I think it's a great water bottle, especially, purifying water that you may not want to drink. It's going to take those contaminants out, and it keeps this self-cleaning. All those features, I think, make this worth the purchase, and probably the water bottle that I'm going to use from now on going forward, because I like it. I might have one other beef, is the straw that's in here that's connected to the filter. Got to get that in there pretty good, or it'll fall out, and then you're not using the filter to drink through it, right? But, yeah, not a horrible thing, but that's one other little thing I've noticed, is I maybe didn't put that straw in here very tight one time, and I started drinking. I started getting more water than was normal through that straw, which, when you start getting down empty, you're not getting a lot of water out of that straw as much as I'd like to get, so it kind of slows the process, but for the most part, I'm being very picky. Overall, I would recommend this as the water bottle to get for the hydration trackers and stuff like that, and I've tried some of the others out there, and I didn't like them. This one here, for the self-cleaning, the filtration, and making sure you're drinking clean, non-contaminated water, and the tracking makes this worthwhile for me. I'll have a link in the show notes for this, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. This is part of a series of smart health tech, and we're going to put this all into our Apple Health, and we're going to come back and we're going to look at how overall we can use Apple Health and judge our overall health from all the metrics we're going to be importing in there from different health tech stuff. And then we're looking to hopefully get down to the cellular level to know if your cells are healthy, which is the root cause of everything, right? You are what you eat, exercise, all that kind of stuff. But we have to have all those metrics in there to kind of judge where we're at health-wise and how healthy our cells are, and then go from there. Stay tuned. Good content coming for this topic. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Have a good one.